So, guys, thank you very much. I'm here today. Let's chat. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let us share big moments. Let us know each other better. If anyone has a burning issue, we can raise and do something and help each other mentally, psychologi- psychologically. Uh, any burning issue you can raise. You can raise and put our minds together so that we can come up with a bold decision. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. You see, the first thing that you have to know about life is that life usually comes different. Usually comes the way you plan about life is not the way it will necessarily come to be. I know most of us we plan that we will be rich by the end of the year, by the end of the month, by the end of the week. We put different limits to ourselves so that we can achieve something, of which most of the time we don't achieve those things, and we end up being stressful because of not achieving our goals. Eh, I know. Uh, when you don't, it is very frustrating that when you don't achieve a goal that you had set for yourself to achieve. For instance, let me say so. Let me say this, like a student. Let me say a high school student who who sat who had set who had set a certain goal. Maybe he said that he or she said that he will score a C plus and above to and go to a known university in Kenya or in abroad or in any country. Oh, so the student sets his mind or her mind that, or he works towards achieving that goal, towards achieving a C plus and above, so that he can go to a university. Hmm? But you see, because life is not that way, that not what you set is not what you usually get. What you need is not what you usually get. So life changes, and this student comes up, when the results are out, he ends up even getting below C plus, of which he doesn't qualify to go to a university. Maybe this student wanted to study psychology like me. Maybe he wanted to study law. Maybe he wanted to study engineering. So he end up being being stressful, being depressed. Huh? This student end up being depressed. He thinks that he end up overthinking and thinking that when he doesn't go to university, that shows that this his or her life has been ruined, of which is not true. It's not true. Mm, when a student can go to even a tertiary, let me say a technical college, and go and study masonry, or piping, or what, plumbing, not piping, plumbing, of which after there he can be a successful man after that. It's not that when you go to a university is the only way that you will become that that you will become rich, of which is not true. It's only that there is high chances of you going to university and becoming successful. Eh, but it determines with how you will carry, or you will carry yourself. Mm. We have seen, I know where you are from. You have seen many people who have gone to university but are not employed. Those people or who have gone to university, but they didn't even graduate. So they went to university, they graduated, and they end up just being idle, being like any other person in the village. This is not a surprising. We have seen them, of which eh, that shows that they managed to go to a university, but they failed. Maybe they went to university, but they 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 what can I say? They 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 end up they end up involved in drug addict. They went to university to use drugs. Those are the people who every Friday went to restaurants, to bars and pubs to enjoy themselves. They maybe there's some people, even they are from poor backgrounds, of which they went to university so that they could uh, remove or move their families from the life of bondage, that is poverty life. But they went to university, and therefore, instead of working hard and graduate and come back and help their parents from move their parents from the poor 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 bondage poverty bondage, of which they went to university, and they were swayed by the university waves. Hey, they were swayed by the university waves, and they started using drugs, hard drugs, cocaine, name them. I know you know them. Cocaine, bang, and etc. There are many. So these people, you see, when someone uses drugs, he maybe he doesn't go to class. He doesn't attend classes. He doesn't do exams. Yeah, that 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 shows that that is the reason why when you go to a university, you should focus with your studies. You see, most of the university students, they usually do things to please others. Huh? Because you have seen your friend is using drugs, so he influences you. He influences you also to start using those drugs, of which it's not. You are from different backgrounds. Maybe this one who uses drugs is from a rich family, of which he is being provided with everything. He knows that even when he doesn't qualify, he doesn't get a job, there is enough at home. He will still get money, or he will still be given a land, or there is many properties at their home. So he doesn't work. But you are from a poor background, but you end up being influenced by those people, or by those university students. You are being influenced by a person who you don't want to, you are not, or else you are not admitted at the same time. hmm? so 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 as in, what I'm trying to say is that, don't as in, don't always, when you don't go to university, don't look yourself as a failure. You are not a failure. You're not a failure. As in, God, the Bible says that God created us to be the winners, but not the losers. So I believe, and you should also believe, that you are the winner. You are the winner, and you are the head, but not the tail. You are the head and not the tail. So as you work, even you don't qualify to go to a new university, but just know that there is other disciplines out there that you can engage in and give you, or become a successful person in the near future. It's not only that when you go to university. The few who goes to university and study well, or study hard, they they are the ones who become successful. But those ones who go to university but they don't work hard, they just start loitering around the university premises, engaging in unnecessary love affairs or relationships. Even for women or for girls, they end up being used by old men for money, for material things. So as a girl is a girl is let me say 22 or is 20 years or is 19 years, he end up sleeping with a 70 years old man or old grandfather who is enough to be called his grandfather, but he end up sleeping with that man, so for only money. So let's not do that, huh? Not do that. As in, we should always appreciate for the places we have been. We are now. Hmm? When you are a student, high school, you should work hard so that one day you move you move from that place to the other place. When you are a student from when you are a comrade, you work hard, and when, let me say, everywhere you are, just work hard. Eh, thank you.